Okay, so now this was interesting. The Paige Bueckers Dallas Wings situation. It sort of has been this bubbling under the surface story ever since the Wings won the WNBA draft lottery. If you recall, after that happened, there was an ESPN report that Paige was unhappy or not thrilled, or it wasn't her preferred team, I think was the way it was worded. It wasn't her preferred team that won the WNBA draft lottery. Now, Paige has spoken since then and said nothing derogatory about the Wings, nothing about plans to make sure she isn't drafted by the Wings. But there has been this chatter and rumblings about Paige taking a stance and saying she doesn't want to play in Dallas. And of course, that was blown up when Howard Megdal had said she was going to pull an Eli Manning, which basically means that she's going to refuse to play for the Wings until they work out a deal that is preferable to her. And I just thought we were going to leave it at that, and it was in the past. But it resurfaced because Curt Miller, who runs the Wings now, the GM as well, was is on the record talking about these rumors now. He spoke with the Dallas Morning News, and then here's the quote. We have not heard anything directly that any person eligible for this draft would not want to play in Dallas. In fact, Wing star Arike Ogunbowale hears from most of the top possible draft picks in this class, and they're all really, really excited about possibly pairing with Arike. Now, one, the fact that it got big enough where he felt the need to address it is significant. And then two, there's two things about his comments that stand out. One, he says, we haven't heard anything directly. So does that mean they've heard things indirectly? And two, the Arike part is he's trying to say, Arike is indicating Paige is thrilled to play here because we have seen photos of Arike and Paige together since the draft lottery happened. But nonetheless, there's enough of a bubbling thing here that I'd say let's put a pin in the Paige situation and monitor and follow it as the WNBA draft approaches. As I said, here's the quote from Curt Miller of the Wings, if you want to read it for yourself. Remember when they won the draft lottery, Arike Ogunbowale had been excited about it. There has been photos of them since then. They were joking around, and Paige was kind of, I think it was when Notre Dame played UConn, in fact. Obviously, you see the Fighting Irish logo there on Arike, and the Huskies Irish for Paige Bueckers. But for the GM to go on record and address it now as part of a bigger piece, the piece in the Dallas News was about, what happens if she does refuse to play for the Wings. So this story has enough smoke where it's just not from nowhere. There's been other reputable outlets and reporters discussing it too and speculating she could go back to UConn or use her leverage. It's enough where I thought it was a wild thing at first, but when people of, value continue to breathe air into it, I have to believe there's something there. Not to say Paige is going to do anything. I'm not putting any words in Paige's mouth either. She said nothing to that effect whatsoever. I still expect her to be drafted by the Dallas Wings with the number 1 overall pick. But I will just say, way too many people who cover the sport way too closely have at least broached the topic, which means they're not playing make-believe, right? They're not making it up. And it was enough where the team addressed it on the record.